Ladies and gentlemen, Rutgers University, the Big Ten Conference, and the NCAA Sport.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, live here on Black Friday night from Piscataway. Big Ten Plus brings you live coverage of the final night of the regular season here for Rutgers Volleyball as the Scarlet Knights welcome in the Iowa Hawkeyes. And we welcome you to the broadcast. So delighted to have you with us here for the rest of our crew. Pat Boyle. It's the final night of the regular season for Rutgers Senior Night. They've honored the 6 Scarlet Knights seniors, who we will touch on as we continue the broadcast. And Rutgers in their final night of the season looking to get that first Big Ten win Meanwhile, the Iowa Hawkeyes, 2 matches last weekend at Minnesota and at Nebraska out of an abundance of caution for non-COVID related illnesses, and Rutgers was banged up with some injuries, so they were champing at the bit to get back here for the final weekend of the season, and they've got a big block in the middle. It's Koyedinovich and Maximova. Vanderwide, who is a 3-time first-team All-State selection out of Grand Rapids Christian High School, was a candidate for the Michigan Gatorade Player of the Year award and has been a really solid addition to this team this season. They go back to the freshman, want to drop it into the middle. Chitty and Chechlik almost collided, and then Rutgers with the kill. Koyedinovich going soft over the top. I expect Rutgers to probably play a little bit more freely and more rhythmically as this match goes on. Chitty flies in. Here's Graver, transferred from LaSalle into this season. And there's a solo block for Maximova. Anastasia Maximova standing up tall by herself in the middle. She's one of the best blockers on this team, second on the team now with 5 solo blocks on the season. She's one of the most technically sound players in terms of her defense that Rutgers has. Great at digging the ball, also knows how to close off windows. Here's Koyedinovich. Becca had Mari Hinkle coming forward, trying to put it into the corner. Rutgers still on the offensive. Back to Becca. Big left-handed bullet from Becca Koyedinovich. And Rutgers has fought back to tie this up at 18 here in the opening set. Spread the attack out, get everybody involved. There's the setter, first team all Big Ten, goes to Graver, but it is rejected with authority. Inside College Ave Gym, it was home to the Rutgers basketball teams in the 70s. When the Rutgers men's team made that faded Final Four run. And an ace from the Scarlet Knights. They have fought off 2 set points. That's an ace from Maximova, and now Dave Brown wants to take a timeout and make sure the Hawkeyes can see this set through. So we'll stay right here with you, and we'll get you caught up on the final weekend of action in the Big Ten. We'll start with the standings. Wisconsin and Nebraska tied for first place, looking for that conference crown. Badgers and the Huskers both at 15-3. Purdue in third place at 14-4. Ohio State at 14-5. Minnesota and Penn State both 13-11 overall. And Maryland, after they got off to a 13-0 start, they've lost 11 out of their last 16. And they stand at 7-11 in the conference, but they do have 19 wins on the season. And they're hoping that some of those huge wins early on are enough for the tournament committee to get. And Mari Hinkle also got a piece of that. So Iowa not necessarily known for their blocking, but they've done it very well tonight. Maximova, and that one gets through. But more on the Iowa blocking, they are dead last in the Big Ten. Every team in the Big Ten has at least 2 blocks per set. Iowa's the only one that does it, and they only have 1.4 rejections per frame. They just have not been a very intimidating defensive team at the net, but they've already got 4 here in this match. That one, an error. Bailey Ortega ran into the net. Here's the sophomore Chitty, who's having one of the best defensive seasons in recent memory for Rutgers. Bit of a short set. Hannah Clayton came up short. And Chitty on the year with 3.25 digs per set. That is 4th best all time in the rally era so far for her career. And she's coming up on the 10th most digs in a single season. Comes back to McNamara. She had it on the flush and just tipped it wide. McNamara, though, with authority that time. Perfectly set for Malika McNamara. Just went up and climbed the ladder and brought that one back down with emphasis. And when they get Rutgers shifted 2 sets of hands to 1 pin, they're susceptible to getting it cut back through the middle. Great effort from Chitty. And Chechlik missed the mark. Caitlin Schreihoffer needs a timeout. She does. She takes one. 3-0 run for the Hawkeyes. They're up 17-13 here in the second set. They're looking to take a 2-0 lead, and their fans are fired up. Of our crew, Pat Boyle, delighted to have you with us here on this Friday night. Iowa looking to spoil senior night. They've got a 2-0 lead here, 25-22 and 25-16. They have dominated the opening 2 frames. The Hawkeyes looking to get out of Jersey with a sweep before they head to Penn State tomorrow night for their season finale. It's been a dominant effort from Courtney Bazzirio, 10 kills, 5 digs, and 4 blocks. But there is Rutgers' leading hitter and their 5th-year senior, Becca Kojadinovic, who gets her 8th kill and gets Rutgers on the board here first in the 3rd frame. Iowa hitting .250, but it's been their defense, which they're not usually known for, that has stood strong today, holding Rutgers to hitting just .075. And they've got 7 blocks. But there's Maximova. And Rutgers with a much different look to themselves here already in this 3rd set. Some big hitting here for the Scarlet Knights. But Bazzirio to go from 2.5 kills per set and hit just under 200 a year ago to what she has done this season, 410 plus kills, hitting over 220. I'd be very surprised if she does not get an All-American nod. Vernon finds the corner. And it's usually at this point in the last 2 sets where Iowa has seized control, but right now Rutgers with a 2-point advantage here in the 3rd frame. Nearly another ace, and Iowa's short. Timeout, Iowa. Rutgers not looking to go easy into the night here on senior night inside the barn. They've got a 3-point lead, down 2-0. As we're getting to the business end here of this 3rd set when we get back on Big Ten Plus. Back here on Big Ten Plus. Pat Boyle and the rest of our crew. Coming up on 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. Rutgers trying to extend this match much longer than that. Down 2-0, but they lead 15-12 here in the 3rd. Malika Kojadinovic flies in. Bazzirio there for the dig. Push near side. Nice dig from Chechlik. Great defense here from both sides. Iowa scrambling to get it to Vanderwide. And it's Kojadinovic who finally puts an end to the point. Four in a row now for the Scarlet Knights, having their best output of the match here in this 3rd frame. They're hitting just 107 for the contest, but 222 here in the... They will be the Big Ten champions here in 2021. The biggest match of the year in the Big Ten. And that is on national TV on Big Ten Network if you want to check it out after this one is finished. Oh, and a banjo in the middle. There's Maximova with a kill for the Scarlet Knights. The answer back with Vanderwide. Nice dig from Belika. Here's Maximova from the middle, and it's another one for the Scarlet Knights. They're within 3 of taking this third frame. Meanwhile, number 6 Purdue took the first set from Indiana, but the Hoosiers. Rutgers hitting .304 here in this third frame. They go back on the offensive. It's Chechlik. Koyadinovic. Nice touch by Jones. But then it's blocked back by McNamara and Koyadinovic. 4th block of the match for Shea McNamara. And she's inside the top 10 all time in blocks in a single season for the Scarlet Knights. Rutgers a point away from sending this to a 4th set. You knew they weren't going to go away easily here on senior night, the final match for these 6 Scarlet Knights seniors. Can they send it to a 4th right here? Pizzerio over the top. Chitty lays out. Big hit from Hansen. Nice dig. Here's Chechlik again. And that's in. Cam Chechlik and Rutgers seal the 3rd set. 25-20. And the Scarlet Knights are not done yet here on senior night. We're going to a 4th when we come back on Big Ten Plus. And for Rutgers, Koyadinovic in double figures with 11. And the Iowa blocking strong yet again. They've got 9 blocks tonight. But there's the 10th for McNamara and Rutgers. And that is a solo block for Shea McNamara. That gives her 18 solo blocks on the season. She's 1 away from tying Rachel Andresian for the most all-time in a single season in the Rally era. It has been an unbelievable blocking year for Shea McNamara here in her final season. Iowa responds with the point from Vanderwide, but Caitlin Schreihofer has spoken at length about Shea McNamara, transferred in from Auburn before last season. Somebody that is a Georgia native, went to Auburn, thought she was going to have the time of her life in terms of her volleyball career, and it just didn't work out. Didn't play a whole lot at all. Megan Vernon's got a kill there. And McNamara knew that she wanted to finish her career somewhere where she was going to be welcome, where she could find a home, and she has found a home here with the Scarlet Knights. She has been a tremendous addition to this team, both in her play and her leadership over the last 2 seasons. She's one of the 3 captains on this team. Caitlin Schreihofer said she's always working on the floor and in the gym. She never stops. She's always asking questions. Said she's a great student of the game. And Caitlin Schreihofer, a former middle herself at St. John's, says she has developed a really special coach-player relationship with Shea McNamara. Maximova looking for the corner. Henkel absorbs that one. Henkel again laying out. Jones tried to finish. Here's Chechlik. Henkel again. The defense from Mari Henkel on display. Long rally. Body's flying all over. Koyadinovic hits it long. She thinks she has a deflection. The officials say no. We'll see if Caitlin Schreihofer wants to challenge, and she will. Point to get it to 5-3 here in this 4th set. If you're just joining us, it's been a great one tonight. We thank you for being alongside us here. Pat Boyle and the rest of our crew. Senior night here for Rutgers, the final match of 6 seniors' careers. And Iowa trying to spoil the party. Pizzerio, nice dig from Belika, and then it's blocked by Vernon, kept alive. Maximova lays out. Boy, whoever wins this point, their fan base is going to erupt. Another big dig from Chitty. And another block. My goodness, this point is tremendous. I'll go to Bizzario again. Dug again by Belika. Chitty was keen to that one. Here's Maximova. Hinkle with a dig. Kept alive. Still going. And finally, Koyedinovic puts an end to one of the more memorable points we've seen this season. A rally that lasted almost 2 minutes in length. And so many times you thought, oh, this is surely the end of the point. No. Finally, Becca Koyedinovic gives in February. And Rutgers held her to 7 the night after in the 5-set win. They go back to her. Same thing. And that time, Chitty took that one off the chest. Right back to Jones. Nice dig from Bizzario. McNamara puts it home. Rutgers goes back in front, 14-13. For the very slight audio difficulties there, coming back out of that timeout. Pat Boyle and the rest of our crew, 3 in a row for the Hawkeyes. But Maximova with the answer. Anastasia Maximova playing her final match in a Rutgers uniform. She has been a really solid contributor for this team over the last 4 years. Another Russian international player, and this Rutgers senior class filled with so many players from Europe that travel to America to play college volleyball. And there's a block from Vernon and Belika. When you look at the 6 seniors on this team, pulled away in the 3rd, and now Iowa trying to pull away for the final time here on the 4th set, leading 20-18. Vernon. Nice dig that time from Maddie Slagle. She's got 3 tonight. Push for Maximova. Chitty had to be there. Koyedinovic. Big left-handed bullet from Becca Koyedinovic. One of the most impressive swings of the night. 15 kills for the 50-year senior from Belgrade, Serbia. She's got a dozen digs as well. In their last 7 matches and their 4th win in their last 9. It has been a great turnaround, a great finish to the end of a season that was filled with adversity. Dismissal of the head coach, but the Hawkeyes go to 6-23 overall. They matched their win total in the Big Ten from last year with 4, and they finish their season tomorrow night against Penn State. Well, for Rutgers, it's been a fun season here in Central Jersey, bringing you all the action this year. Becca Koyedinovic, Shea McNamara, Anastasia Maximova, Ina Belika, Cam Cheshlik, and Sam Graver all played their final match tonight in a Rutgers uniform, and a great 4 and 5 years for all these seniors, and for Sam Graver and Shea McNamara, who have only been here for the last year or 2, but welcomed into this family with open arms. They really set the Big Ten on fire. They shattered expectations last season in Caitlin Schweihofer's first season, going 6-14, more than doubling the win total in Big Ten wins in just one season that Rutgers had in the past 5 years. And although not the results they wanted this year in conference play, they had 8 wins total. They got off to their best start in a decade, and a year to look back on for the Scarlet Knights as they turn the page to the next chapter. Next season, we'll be back here in 2022. Rutgers finishes the year 8-21. For everybody here all season long on our Big Ten Plus crew, I'm Pat Boyle saying thanks so much for being a part of it this season. It was a lot of fun. And we turn our attention to the final night of the season in the Big Ten tomorrow. And as neutral observers, Selection Sunday, 48 hours from now, and the big dance, which starts next week.